Psalm 12. Help, Yahweh, for the godly man ceases, for the faithful fail from among the children of men. Everyone lies to his neighbor. They speak with flattering lips and with a double heart. May Yahweh cut off all flattering lips and the tongues that boast. Who have said, with our tongue we will prevail. Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? Because of the oppression of the weak and because of the groaning of the needy, I will now arise, say Yahweh. I will set him in safety from those who malign him. Yahweh's words are flawless words, as silver refined in a clay furnace purified 7 times. You will keep them, Yahweh. You will preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side, when what is vile is exalted from among the sons of men. Psalm 8 or Psalm 12. What I want to look at is verse 5. Because of the oppression of the weak and the groaning of the needy, I will now arise, says Yahweh. And what a call for us today. What a message for us. Now, hear me out right. We're not God, obviously. And this is saying that God's going to arise to fight against the oppression of the weak and the groaning of the needy. However, if we're called reflections of God, we're also called to reflect that in our communities because of the oppression that's happening in the world where people who are impoverished, marginalized, they face opportunities where they do not receive equal rights compared to the quote unquote standard human. They don't get the luxury of living the same type of life. They don't get the opportunities to have success in the way others do. And because of that, you hear, and I don't want to call them complaints, but you hear the concerns from these communities. These people who are trying to survive, who are trying to make by in a world that doesn't seem to want to include them, in a world that doesn't want to acknowledge that they even exist. And that's where we step in. Now, what that looks like is different from person to person because we are all gifted with unique gifts and talents that the Lord gives us. However, the ultimate goal still remains to love everybody as the way God has loved us. To be able to care for everybody the same way God cares for us. To extend the same grace and mercy that God has gifted to us to those around us. How we do that, again, is going to look different from person to person. Maybe it is speaking up at rallies, to be a voice of the voiceless to our legislation. That helps include them in any rights, any laws, any opportunities that they pass. Maybe it's helping out at your local community center, your local church, with food drives, with diaper drives, with nursery help, with childcare. That list can go on. Parents nowadays are struggling, and especially single parents, which is on the rise and has been rising. Maybe it's helping out in the schools where parents may not be able to be as attentive to their kids as they like. They need somebody with that same love, care, and gentleness to give to their children that they wish they could give to themselves. Maybe it's just listening. It's listening to those groanings, hearing their concerns, making them feel like they are heard. Maybe it's offering you resources, helping, taking a neighbor who can't drive out to go get groceries or going to get groceries for them. Or maybe it's taking over leftovers from your dinner to somebody who doesn't have a lot of food right now. Or helping to support somebody with their basic needs with medicine, rent, utilities. The way we can care for those who are feeling oppressed by the systems of the world and who are in need is to give of our abundance, whether it be our time or resources, our emotions, and more. And that's what I want to call to you today. That's going to be your takeaway. Where can you gift your overabundance to everybody? And I promise you, you do have overabundance. I may not know what it is, but you do. See where you can give. See where you can help. Be a neighbor to those around you. Be the true reflection of light to the world. Tomorrow we have off. Tuesday, we'll be back for the last part of Who Am I Again? And until then, stay blessed.